I'm talking to you today about breath support and intonation. First of all, let's see what not to do. That is a quick, shallow breath. That's not going to take you very far. I just ran out of air very fast. So, understanding that the lungs are like a balloon that can fill up with a lot of air, it has to go somewhere. It can't all be up here. So when you take a breath, imagine filling up your balloon, which fills up all of this space, okay? So what we're going to do is breathe in like we're breathing in through a straw and fill up the balloon. Ready? I'm going to move so you can see my hands. Let all the air out. Suck in. Hold it. Let it out like a tire. Let the rest out. Okay, let's do that again. And this time we're going to let it out in increments. Okay, ready? Suck in. Good. Now I want to show you what happens when I take a deep, low breath. Ready? I'm going to let it all out. Now I'm going to let it out slowly. Hopefully you could see what happened down in here when I was moving the breath in and out. Now let's work on intonation. What is intonation? That means to sing in tune. So let's go over to the keyboard. We're talking today about good intonation and singing. And that means to sing in tune and match the pitches of the person who's next to you or of the instrument that you're singing with. Okay? Now I would like to show you, I'm going to match this pitch. Now, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to sing a little bit higher than the pitch or sharp. That didn't sound so good. And now I'm going to come from that sharp back down to matching it. Okay, now I'm going to show you what it sounds like if you're below the pitch. Okay, so I was able to come up to match the pitch from being flat, and I came down to match the pitch from being sharp. We have to use our ears in order to hear that. Now, there are a couple of great apps to know whether or not you're hitting a note. They're posted for you, and you can use those and see which note you're hitting, and it'll tell you when you've hit the note exactly on. And those are fun to practice. There's an app for your computer and an app for your phone. Okay, now let's move on to talk about reasons why we might not be singing with good intonation, or why we might be singing off pitch, whether we be flat or sharp. First of all, we were talking about breath support earlier. If you don't have enough breath, your notes are going to fall flat. So make sure that you are have a nice deep breath. The second thing that I find really helpful, especially on a rainy day, the weather sometimes influences how we sing. And so one trick that I've always liked to use was raising my eyebrows to just think high, aim high. So sometimes if I'm singing a song and I just feel like I'm flat, I can hear that I'm flat, I raise my eyebrows and think high, and it helps because your mind is what controls your voice. Your voice is controlled by the mind, and the muscles, you have to train it using your ears. And so you think about the note that you want to hit and sing it until your voice does it. And then your voice will learn. When you aim in your mind for that note, your voice will learn. But sometimes raising your eyebrows helps you not to be flat. And so we want to think the pitch that we want to sing, aim like a target. The next thing to think about is, what are you doing with your mouth? So if you're not opening your mouth properly, either too wide or just not open enough, sometimes that influences the way the pitch comes out. If I were to open my mouth too wide or to bend my neck like a bendy straw, that would influence the pitch. It just doesn't sound as good. So good intonation. You need to have very good posture, not stiff, very relaxed. Think the note. Make sure you're not opening too wide or too narrow. And make sure you're not doing the bendy straw thing. And so when we're talking about opening our mouth properly, let's practice with a couple of vowels. We want to make sure that we're relaxed, we're open enough, but not so open, not e. We want to make sure that our mouth is relaxed and we're forming our vowels properly, and that will also help with intonation.